Call to order the regular meeting. First item is the Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone can please stand. Next is approval of the agenda. Is there any discussion on the agenda? Vice Chair, can I get a motion, please?
Chairman, I move that we approve the agenda as shown.
Motion for approval. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Cavaney. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is communications. Communications from citizens. At this time, members of the
We
public may-
haven't had a roll call yet. I think you've got to
Did
go
I
back to
skip
that.
over roll call?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Roll call, please.
Chairman Anderson,
Here.
Vice Chair Bloomfield,
Here.
David Cavaney,
Here.
Noah Munt,
Here.
Scott September,
Here.
Jan Simon,
Here.
Les Smith.
Here.
Do we have any of our alternates, Philip Albrandi or Nathan Mackin present? You have one. You have a quorum, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Now, communications from citizens. At this time, members of the public may comment on matters within the jurisdiction of the town, but not on the agenda. The commission response is limited to responding to criticism, asking staff to review a matter commented upon, or asking that a matter be put on a future agenda. Does anybody here in the public wish to address the commission at this time? Not seeing any. Move along to report from council liaison. Is she down there? No. Okay. Next, we'll move along to public hearing consent. All items listed below are considered the public hearing consent calendar. The commission may, by a single motion, approve any number of items where, after opening the public hearing, no person requests the item be removed from the consent calendar. If such a request is made, the commission shall then withdraw the item from the public hearing consent calendar for the purpose of public discussion and separate action. Other items on the agenda may be added to the consent calendar and approved under a single motion. The items we will be voting on are items 13 DR 19-132, Culliver's Frozen Custard. Item 14 DR 19-133, Gilbert Spectrum Building. Vice Chair, can I get a motion, please? Open the public hearing and close the public hearing. Vice Chair, motion, please.
Chairman, I move to approve the consent agenda as shown on the agenda.
Motion for approval. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Smith or Commissioner Munt? Okay, second from Commissioner Munt. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is public hearing non-consent items. Non-consent public hearing items will be heard at an individual public hearing and will be acted upon by commission by a separate motion. During the public hearings, anyone wishing to comment in support of or in opposition to a public hearing item may do so. If you wish to comment on a public hearing item, you must fill out a public comment form at the back of the room, indicating the item number in which you wish to be heard. Once the hearing is closed, there will be no further public comment unless requested by a member of the commission board. Items, can we group these two together, 15 and 16, or do we have to do them separately? Because they're being continued.
Yeah, if you could just do the separate motion, that'd
Okay.
be great, thank you.
Okay, first item is item 15, GP 19-07, medical office. Actually, let me see, is there anybody here in the public that wishes to speak on either of these two items? Okay, so item 15 is asking to be continued to December 4th, 2019 hearing. Vice Chair, can I get a motion, please?
Chairman, I move that we continue item number 15 to the December 4th meeting.
Motion for continuous, is there a second?
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm interrupting. Items 15 and 16 aren't scheduled to be continued. It's item 17.
Oh, okay, I skipped right over that then. I just,
Yeah.
I
But you
saw
have more
16 and I
information
thought the
than I did,
paragraph
so-
continued over to the next page.
So I
Okay.
have 15 and 16 are medical office, so those are on the public hearing non-consent.
Okay, well, since we are already in the public hearing, can you present both 15 and 16?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's closing it now and then coming back to it, that'd just be crazy.
All right. All right, so this is GP 1907 and Z 1919 for medical office. The site is located on the southwest corner of Fiesta Boulevard and Baseline Road, so it's in the northwest corridor area. It's an existing site, so it's an existing office building. The site's 3.13 acres, and currently it's zoned and general plan classified as light industrial. So it's part of the Fiesta Tech planned area development that's been approved since the 80s. The applicant is requesting to rezone and do a minor general plan amendment to reclassify this area as general commercial. The main reason is to allow medical office uses within the building. So currently, light industrial does not allow medical office uses, and there is a tenant that is wishing to locate into this site. So they are requesting to change the land use classification to the general commercial. This does fall under our economic development goals and policies that we do attract high wage jobs and try to retain the growth. So within this existing area, it's a little bit older, I could say. So retaining that medical office use will help kind of revitalize this building and fill the space. It's multiple suites currently in that office building. And then also medical uses is one of the targeted growth job facilities that economic development strives to keep it coming into town of Gilbert. So the site is adjacent to general commercial to the west, so it is compatible with the area. To the north is City of Mesa, and north is there's a Walmart site just north of this, and then to the east and south is also part of that Fiesta Tech planned area development. The adjacent uses are office buildings as well, so it's not kind of a new use in the area, it's just the zoning that it's within. So for the rezoning request, they are requesting to be removed from that Fiesta Tech planned area development and then just rezoned to conventional general commercial. And then we, as staff, do recommend approval to the town council. They aren't requesting any modifications to the site other than interior tenant improvements, so there's not any development plan or any deviations requested, so they'll just fall under the standard general commercial zoning. And then given the existing building, any future modifications, say if they do wish to expand the building, they would have to follow the current general commercial development standards that are in the land development code. So we do recommend approval. We have some typical conditions that we typically have in some zoning ordinances about the right-of-way. So they do have a strip of land that's about 10 feet wide that's in the city of Mesa that they still currently own. So we're asking that they work with the city of Mesa if they do wish to incorporate that into their right-of-way. So along that strip of Baseline Road, there are variations between 65 to 75 feet of that right-of-way. So we're conditioning that they work with the city of Mesa to complete that. And then if there is ever, I guess, kind of separation for the property, if there's different owners, if they ever do go into, I guess, a condo unit, that they do need to incorporate into a property owners association to do the maintenance of the landscaping in that site. So currently it's just one owner, so we kind of put that on the owner to maintain, but if it ever does, I guess, become condo units or something like that, that they would have to create a property owners association. If you have any questions, I can answer them. They are scheduled to go to town council next month on December 5th. And then the applicant is here if you have any other additional questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you for jumping up to the podium and cutting me off.
It's like, you can't continue.
Yeah. I'm sure the applicant was freaking out down there. Does anybody on the commission have any comments or questions for staff at this time? No? Commissioner Cavaney?
So, Stephanie, I noticed as I'm looking at it on Google Maps too, just to kind of see the site and see the area, I noticed it's listed as Medical Arts LTC Pharmacy. Is that not a medical use already?
It is a pharmacy office use, and Adam Baugh, the applicant, can kind of explain more of what that
Okay.
use is inside.
I guess I don't really have a problem with it becoming this. It's just I'm wondering if this is a retroactive action or if this is for a different type of medical. So, all right.
Sure. My understanding is the user that's coming into the site is not currently on the site at all. So it's from a different facility.
All right, anyone else? All right, if the applicant wants to make a presentation?
I can't resist
Okay.
Adam
Uh,
Baugh, with Morse, 2525 East Arizona Circle. 25 seconds or less, I promise. This is a great opportunity to bring a medical employer who has an existing presence in the town of Gilbert already, who desires to relocate the majority of their higher-end services to the town. That's why the town's been encouraging of this. And at the end of the day, the uses that are there today will remain. They'll fill the vacant space that's about half the building as it exists. No modification are required. It fits with the long-range vision of the town. And at the end of the day, it'll still be it'll still be an office building as it is before, just allowing medical office in addition to the compounding pharmacy that's there and the engineer's office that's there. 25 seconds.
You're a little over, but that's okay. Is there anybody from the public wish to speak on this? Okay, I'll close the public hearing and bring the discussion back up to the dais. Is there any discussion? I guess we'll entertain a motion then. We'll vote on item 15, GP 19-07 first.
Sure. Chairman, I move to approve item GP 19-07 medical office.
Motion for approval, is there a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner September. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next, we'll vote on item 16, Z19-19. I'll entertain a motion, please.
Chairman, I move to approve item Z19-19 medical office.
Motion for approval, is there a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Lund. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Now we're on item 17. Use permit 18-42 PH 504008 EDOT Santan to be continued to December 4th hearing. Vice Chair, can I get a motion, please?
Chairman, I move to approve item number 17, move to continue item number 17 to the December 4th hearing.
Motion for continuance, is there a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Smith. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next is admin items. Planning Commission minutes. Consider approval of the minutes of the study session and regular meeting of October 2, 2008. Should be 2019.
Chairman, I move to approve the Planning Commission minutes for the October meeting.
Motion for approval. I'll be abstaining from this as I wasn't here last month.
Second.
Second from Commissioner Munt. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Report from chairman and members of the commission on current events. I don't have anything to report. Is anybody else on the commission? Nope. Report from planning services manager on current events.
Just a quick note that the general plan, there's a draft online. It's in the 60-day review period, and staff is compiling comments from residents, adjacent communities. At this time, the 60-day review period will end December 6th.
Okay, thank you very much. If there's nothing more, we'll adjourn. Public hearing is adjourned. We'll reopen the study session. We'll go back to item 6, DR 19-141, McDonald's, Morrison Ranch. Yes. Want to take a break? Okay, we'll take a 5-minute break. We'll recess and re-adjourn at 6:25. Thank you.